Ready. We're ready.
Okay, so we're still prepping in day 2 of our detox, and Elizabeth and I were just talking, and she's, we're trying to heal some of the symptoms in our body, and, I can talk about mine, but since we're making another Pitta detoxifying smoothie, we're just going to talk about some of the things that you're trying to overcome. So I know you drink a lot of coffee, as I do too.
In the morning.
And you love it.
I love it.
You drink it every day.
Every day.
And what's happening with that?
Well, I've noticed recently that I have been having more acid reflux than I had been having, or maybe I'm just noticing it because I'm becoming more aware each and every day of what is going on in my body. So I would like to maybe cut back. I would like to actually eliminate it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want symptoms, so the best way.
No, and I don't want to have to rely on that coffee to get me going in the morning. It's great.
Yes, for energy. Yeah. Yeah, and I do too. So, I mean, I'm guilty, as Elizabeth is that, as a mom, I have, since my babies were born, relied on caffeine for energy, and I don't want to anymore. And it's like deep-seated addiction. Like I get off of it and I get back on. Mm-hmm. But so, like, with that being said, having acid reflux is a classic Pitta symptom, meaning that there's too much fire in the belly, the Agni is too high. So if you put more caffeine into the belly, you're stoking that fire, and the fire gets burning too hot, and then you get indigestion from the small intestine up. And heartburn is classic Pitta. My husband gets it as well. He's also a Pitta. So, a Pitta will want to have cooling foods, and Pittas can tolerate raw food and raw greens more than any other constitution. Mm-hmm. So, so what would you like to achieve? Like in 3 weeks, would you like to see? That
well, I don't necessarily. Just recently, I felt the heartburn, but my acid reflux tends to pull at the pharynx.
Yeah, and that's still
so that's where I
symptom.
Will feel discomfort and feel like there's something always stuck in my throat. I would love to see that relieved.
Mm-hmm. And see, that is still, like, whether it's in your heart or you're feeling it here, it's still a Pitta symptom. So again, like cleaning the liver, cleaning the bile, cleaning the gallbladder. Just having,
easier. I mean, I eliminate every day, but just having a better, like you said, smoother elimination, better digestion, because I think if I was digesting better, and I think there's years of off and on, having grown up on, the white flours, even though I don't really eat white flour anymore, processed foods occasionally, having kids, grabbing those pizza boxes, even if they're gluten-free, just the processed foods themselves, I need to work on getting rid of those, getting back to the way I was raising my kids when they were tiny.
Yeah, because you did a really good job.
And but as we've gotten into like 39 basketball games in one season, it becomes easier to grab those fast foods.
And that's such a good point too. Like 39 basketball, games in a season. Like as moms, we become, slaves to our children. Not slaves, but just like we're hauling them around, and we're trying to do the best job we can. And I think that's, again, just getting back to meal planning. And that's one of the most hardest things for a Vata, because we're so scattered and we're all over the place. We're trying to do this and that and the other. So here we are, meal planning, trying to just inspire others. So you want to show what we've got?
So we're going
here?
to make a smoothie today.
Yeah, we're making a Pitta
about this one.
Green smoothie.
This will be for breakfast, I think.
This is what we're going to have for breakfast in the morning. So we're prepping now because we want to be successful, even though it'd be more ideal to make it in the morning. We know that we're trying to be successful, so it's the best we can do.
So we have a cup of water. I always start with liquid first. And then I would go with my greens next.
Okay.
So
2 cups of greens.
You think this is 2 cups?
No, you just got to fill it to where it says 2. Well, you've already got 1 cup, so fill it to the 3.
I'll just take a couple.
Okay. Just break them up. So we're using chard. And Elizabeth and I are talking, we're trying to get the rainbow in, we're trying to get lots of different greens. We're trying to eat more than just, like, we just use spinach, and now we're using chard. Yeah, and I think that's enough there.
Okay.
So we're eating the rainbow. We're getting a lot of different things in our diet.
And we're throwing in some oranges. We have some little clementines here the recipe calls for 1 orange, but then right in here we have some flax seeds, maca, or is this the wheatgrass? Yeah, maca and wheatgrass. Mm-hmm. So in this case, we're using a wheatgrass powder.
And then in lieu of using sugar, we have stevia to sweeten it because it's a lot of green. And if you're not used to having that much greens, then you can.
I'm just going to put a little.
Just a little bit.
More?
Just a little bit.
I don't love stevia.
Yeah. Okay, then don't do it. Yeah. If you don't love it that much. And so yeah.
And is the aloe? Oh, is that water or aloe?
That was water, so we haven't done the aloe yet.
So then we're adding aloe juice, which is also great for digestion.
Yeah, it's so good, like to moisturize the colon. Like it acts as a demulcent for the colon, for the gastrointestinal tract. And again, if you've been drinking a lot of coffee or wine or alcohol, then you probably have dried out your GI tract. And so aloe vera is going to be a good demulcent, a good moisturizer for the colon. And then we just need the top.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
On mine, I think.
Yeah, and the funny thing about the tamper is that I broke mine, so we're gonna have to use that.
I think they'll send you one.
I've heard that, and I've never taken the time to do it. Again, classic Abato.
Yeah. Because
I don't slow down to correct things that are wrong.
My dog ate mine.
And we might need to add just a bit of water. Yeah. So you want to turn it on again. Mm-hmm. That's great. Pretty thick. You want to tamp it down just a hair? Okay.
It is going to be pretty thick.
Yeah, more water?
Let's see. We'll have to see. We can add it as you. All right, I've got it going. Yeah, you need to get it more tampered. Or I can bring mine next time. It's good. We're good. Done?
Yeah, and I want to talk about real quick, you know, a lot of times with green smoothies, we take stuff from the freezer and take it from the fridge. And in Ayurveda, we don't want to have cold liquids in the body because we want to match the body temperature inside of our bodies. So even though we're going to have to store this in the fridge, we'll want to take it out in the morning. And again, Elizabeth and I were just talking, we're not really hungry. Our digestive fire is not really strong until about, you know, 10:30. So if we take it out, you know, at 6 in the morning, by 10:30, we'll bring it down to room temperature and drink it. And I know that doesn't sound as appetizing, but it allows the body to be relaxed and to move the digestive and the peristalsis better. And it helps with the agni, the digestive fire. If you're throwing a bunch of cold water on your digestive fire, then your body is like in shock trying to digest it. So again, we're going to store this. Ideally, you would make it, you know, right away, but we're just trying to be efficient and be successful. Thank you.
Are we going to taste it?
Let's taste it.
Don't you think?
See if we like it. If we don't, we'll be honest. I'm going to get a glass right there.
One of these.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing is talking about, like, again, wilding your palate. When we're eating so many processed foods and so much sugar, and we're used to like just a sweet taste or just processed food, our palate is not the way it's supposed to be, and we need to go back to wilding our palate and getting used to the, you know, raw food the way it's supposed to be. So I like it. You can taste the wheatgrass, but I like it. And again, if you're not used to drinking raw foods, you may want to add more stevia to it and sweeten it up. I'm not a big fan of stevia, but I've grown to enjoy it a little bit more than I used to. But I do use stevia, and the kids like it.
We need to mention the importance of chewing your liquids.
Yeah, chewing your food.
Getting those enzymes going.
So the digestive enzymes and the enzymes of the
Don't
food
just drink this down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to do our little funny thing. So I was calling Elizabeth on the way to Whole Foods yesterday, and I was like, do you know what Nama Show You is? And she's like, Nama Show
You.
I said, Nama Show You.
Nama Show You.
Nama Show You.
Namaste.
Namaste.